Hello YouTubers, this is CJ Diecast. Yep, I changed my channel name. I figured I'd go with something a little more broad because I've realized in my videos I cover more than just Hot Wheels. I also cover Matchbox, and if I really wanted to, I could show a green light or an M2 machines or an auto world. So I figured, why not just broaden the channel name, and let's just go with CJ Diecast. I think that's a good replacement for my outgoing channel name, and also my link too. Whenever I make comments or I respond to comments and it says at Hot Wheels Dude 14, it was time to change that too, because that was what my channel was called when I created my first ever YouTube channel, and I was 14 years old at the time when I made it. So I figured, I'm not 14 anymore, and I cover more than just Hot Wheels, and I'm not a dude. I guess it was just a little bit of immaturity on my part when I was younger. So anyway, so this is, from now on, it'll be CJ Diecast. So I wanted to show off some cars that I found within the last day, and Targets are getting in the new G case, and it's a decent enough batch, but it's not like, oh my god, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. There's just not a whole lot to enjoy, but there's some gems. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So we have the new casting Jaguar XK, or actually no, Jaguar Mark 1. It caught me by surprise. It's one of those castings that I didn't expect to like, but I do. I like the gray color. I like the crosses on the headlights. Very race car-esque. I like the wheels. Here's another new casting, the Hirohata Merc. Very interesting name. Sounds Japanese, even though it's an American car. But it's got the detailed headlights, got the two-tone, well, actually no, tritone, because it's got the bright green, the darker green, and the silver trim. And it's got the white wall and white line tires. Very, very cool. Very, very early 50s hot rod. And then this one is interesting. Another new casting, but it's the BMW M3 wagon, which was never released. So this is an interpretation of what the E30 series BMW M3 would look like if it was offered as a station wagon. And it actually looks pretty good. And with wagons having a cult following, this would sell really well. If they had offered it at the time, or if there was a company out there that converted BMW M3s into wagons, they would be a massive hit. But Hot Wheels decided to have fun and convert an M3 into a wagon, which is pretty cool. I like that aspect. And then behind it, we have a recolor of the 72 Corvette Stingray convertible in red, which looks so much better than the white. Especially since this one actually has a normal tinted windshield, because for whatever reason, the white one had a blue tint windshield. I don't know why they did that, but it has the detailing in the rear, which is nice. Nice little attention to detail there. So I'll put the Beamer back. And then next to it, we have the only ultra hot that I was interested in the current batch, which is the Mazda rotary engine pickup, or for short, the Mazda Ripu. Which sounds funny, Ripu. But I love the detailing on it. It's got full front and rear tampos. It's got the very 80s style, I guess that's like a fireball decal on the sides, and then the teal paint and those those old-fashioned wheels. I forget what those are called. The laser wheels? I'm not sure. Well, laser wheels I know was Matchbox, but I forget what these are called. These were an original wheel back then. But this is a replica, obviously. Do I have anything else back there? No, everything else is old. Well, this is kind of old news for everybody, but I did complete the Matchbox Collector's set. The latest set, anyway. So I put them in order with my OCD, of course. So we got the blue 2021 Subaru BRZ, and then behind it, the 1974 Toyota Celica GT liftback, the red 1964 Buick Riviera, the green Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and the blue 1970 Oldsmobile 442. Because it's very rare that I complete a Matchbox collector's set because they're so expensive, and there's always the one or two cars that I'm not interested in. But this set was really nice, and look how colorful they are. You got 2 blue cars, an orange car, a red car, and a green car. So very, very colorful batch, which I like. But there is one other casting that I found last week that I was very excited to find, because it's a new casting that takes the cake so far for my all-time favorite for the year, even though we still got a little ways to go. But it's the new Fast and the Furious Premium Toyota Soarer. This thing is so sharp. I love everything about it. I could care less about the movie it's from. I just like the car. It's so well done. I had to get another one to open. I rarely ever do this. It's rare that a casting fascinates me so much that I got to get another one to open so I can actually hold it in my hand. So this is really nice. I mean, look at that. All the detailing. And it's a heavy casting too, because it's metal body, metal base, real riders, all that jazz. It feels so heavy. But that's good, though. It's a solid feel. But even though it has real riders, it actually rolls pretty well. It's not all choppy and hugging one side. It's actually pretty smooth for having real riders on it. But even though I'm not going to play with it, I'm not 11 years old. But it's a great display piece. I love this casting. So, and here are my other random castings that I have on my shelf here. This was my favorite casting from last year, which was the Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC AMG. I love that casting. And then this one was really cool from last year, the Datsun Bluebird 510 wagon, which was also released as a Super Treasure Hunt, which I was lucky enough to find. I couldn't believe it. And then this Matchbox Ford Bronco Sport, only because I'm partial to the Bronco Sport and the Maverick, since my mom drives a Bronco Sport and I drive a Maverick, and they share the same platform as each other. So of course I had to have the Bronco Sport. And then this one is my first moving parts that I've ever opened, which is that 1970 AMC Javelin, which is, oh no, that's a 69. It's a 69 AMC Javelin. And I have to say, it's pretty well detailed. Look at all that in the engine bay. Everything. The air cleaner and the vacuum lines are all nice and detailed. Nothing on the front, though. It doesn't have headlights. I'm surprised. But it does have tail lights, of course. I would hope so, because these aren't that cheap. Because the moving parts are $249 a piece in store, but of course the premiums, those are $649 in store, so it better have full detailing. So that's pretty much it. So just wanted to show you a few things I got and wanted to let you know on the update to my channel name, because I figured it's about time. I've had that YouTube channel name for 10 plus years. At least the CJ Hot Wheels I did in 2013, I believe, and then Hot Wheels Dude 14 was when I created this channel for the very first time, way back in 2011. But now it's time to change things up. So there you have it.